If you are listening to this, congratulations. You are a citizen of Geekdom, and have probably been so for a long time. If you do not remember joining Geekdom, do not worry. There has simply been a miscommunication between your brain and the potion we gave you to implant memories. Simply inform the Fawn Alchemist Jubilee, and you will be given the potion at a surprise time and place. Now, on to our live weekly report, which was recorded earlier this week. Here is Forever Bunny with the Geekdom Oath.
Due to a completely foreseen but unavoidable magical purple chaos rift, the words to our oath have been lost. We request that you spend the next few moments inventing a heartfelt, passionate oath of your own creation and use that in place of the standard oath. While you are fabricating our new oath, please enjoy a few notes performed by the local bard on an instrument of his choice.
That is enough. We don't have the copyright license for that, so we can't play anymore.
We will have to secure the proper paperwork next time. Anyways, my dear loyal subjects, I call this meeting of the Council and Conspiracy of the Phases to order.
You mean the Royal Council of the Geekdom?
Oh, that is exactly what I said. Now, who shall be the first to report on my kingdom?
That would be me, milady, to finish our week of mourning the fallen Shadow King.
It is imprudent to spread wild rumors of my demise.
Here are a few words from our wonderful daughter, Gilgamesh.
Wait, I have a sister? And you're her mom?
Shadow Prince, you are being rude. Please, continue.
Unfortunately, she could not be here today due to preparations for the afterlife party. Something about having to talk to an evil man in evil clothes. There was also something about a tiger and the afterlife. I'm not quite sure, but I trust her judgment.
Are you sure that's a wise decision?
What? You think I don't know my own daughter? Well, here are her words. She writes, Today we say our final farewell to His Excellency the Shadow King, President of Geek Life and the Geekdom, Lord of all the Light does not touch, King Asshole of the Fighting Assholes, Douche Führer, Fire Kaiser, Peppermint Fairy, Epic Storyteller, the God of Freedom, Bravery, and Alcoholic Beverages, Senpai, Duck Master, and Duck Slayer, my mother and the father of all daughters, the man with a long-ass title, Sir Jared. May he find peace reigning the Shadow Realm where he now dwells.
May he rest in peace.
Perhaps I should phrase this more simply. Stop telling people I'm dead.
I can still hear him sinning sometimes.
Now, on to the other news this week. There will be a great festival in honor of surviving the start of our harsh winter, where we will also celebrate the beginning of my reign. We shall call it Extravaganigans, and it will be held in the center of Mad Science, room 1118, from 8 until late, this Friday, the 22nd. I expect all my subjects to be there, both living and dead, so my new subjects especially, do not be alarmed if you see any ghosts. Well, that is all I have to announce. What else does my council have to report to me today? Co-conspirator to the throne?
I'm not a co-conspirator, I'm an advisor. And we have received a most troubling message today via courier. Here, I shall read it aloud. Oh dear Dave, whose life I may have taken too soon, may he rest in peace, and may his son, Danny, get the operation he needs. Poor Dave, who may have cheated on his taxes, did not deserve the fate I dealt to him. He loved his family dearly, although whether or not he cheated on his wife is still uncertain. Regardless of whether he broke Bethany's heart, I apologize for the deeds I have committed.
So the apologetic assassin is leaving notes again.
Again?
Yes, he's one of the only known assassins in Geekdom. He always leaves a letter of remorse after every kill. From what little we know about him, we've gathered that he's very conflicted about his line of work.
I can see that. Maybe we should offer him a job among the castle staff as a mouse assassin. As in assassinating mice, I mean, not as in a tiny assassin who is also a mouse. Unless he is a mouse, or wishes to be a mouse, as something tells me he may be happier that way. Anyway, on to the next report.
Speaking of assassins and rogues, apparently there is a very mischievous thief that is going around stealing souls, sealing them in bottles, and leaving them on the doorsteps of her now soulless victims.
Oh dear, we must deal with this immediately.
Forever Bunny, what is that you have around your neck?
Oh, this? This is just a bottle.
And what is in the bottle?
Most certainly not my soul.
Are you sure about that? That looks like...
As sure as I am that the brothel doesn't exist and the government isn't being run from the basement.
Okay then.
The bottle containing my soul broke. There's soul glitter everywhere.
Wait, what was that?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, what was that? Sorry. That's a really small door, and I'm not as small as I used to be. I see the small young miss is back. That wasn't a door, honey. That was a window. Yeah, a small, clear door. And it was open.
It's an open invitation!
Should I escort her outside?
Wait, I need to tell you guys that we still haven't found the napkin dispenser.
I will escort this little one back outside.
I am not little, and I do have a name. I am Journey, and I have a temple now. And that means you have to listen to me.
No.
You're mean. I don't like you. I'm leaving. Wait!
Maybe it's for the best. And now for my report. The Church of the Blanket Lord has noted that there is a strange man that is only seen on cloudy days and during the night. Our high priest, Linus, has spoken to the man, concerned for his supernatural health. However, all is well, since the man has assured us that he is most certainly not a vampire, only a pyromaniac.
Maybe that's what keeps happening to our files.
Well, let's not think about it too much. Now, everyone has submitted their reports. Is there anything final to add?
You look lovely today, my lady.
Here we go again.
Your smile keeps this kingdom running, Your Majesty, and your kindness is unmatched.
Thank you, but I think...
Obviously, the priestess of the Blanket Lord cannot truly comprehend how it is your brilliant mind and strong spirit that keeps this kingdom strong and proud.
Again, thank you, but...
Clearly, strength and cunning are all the Strawberry Knight cares about, for she entirely disregards your humble and pure spirit.
Well, clearly, you only care about her moving beauty and grace.
Now, let's not...
How dare you!
Now, ladies.
Stay out of this! Stop cutting me off! This meeting is adjourned.